Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Alchemist Babe podcast, where we talk about all things mindset, manifestation, motherhood, and so much more. Today's episode, we are talking about your higher self and what exactly does your higher self think. I'm going to share my morning the other day on how this question came and the idea for this. But we're always talking about your thoughts create your reality. You want to be in your higher self, but what thoughts does your higher self actually think? Or do they have a lot of thoughts? Or what exactly are you supposed to be doing to shift your frequency, to shift your vibration, to quantum leap, to do all these things that basically you want to do? How do we get there? Yes, change your thoughts, but change them to what? And the other morning, my son had woken up. It was still quite early, so put him back down, came back into the bed, and then my brain was just going thought after thought after thought after thought, like busy highway. And I was thinking all of these things, and sometimes then they spiral. You have these stories going on, and I just caught myself in this like what if story that honestly wasn't the greatest. It was quite negative on like what if bad things happen, basically. And I've been getting better at stopping myself and just asking, Kate, I don't want this thought, thank you, please help me clear these thoughts, let me embody my godlike self again. And sometimes I'll even visualize, if you've ever done the meditations where a gold light is pouring, on your head and it pours through your body. And so I'll do these visualizations to kind of bring myself back to a neutral state or a calm state. And I've gotten to a point where like I can feel the shift in my body happen. I can feel my body go from tense or nervous, stress, whatever, to more relaxed and calm and more peace. But then while I was doing this and I'm asking, to bring me back to this frequency, the thought popped up was like, okay, well, what would my higher self be thinking right now? Like, what does my higher self even think? Do they have these type of thoughts? Do they still get nervous? Do they have spiraling thoughts still? Do they just not think of anything? Like and all these questions back to back are coming to me. So I just sit on it for a little bit because I'm like, yeah, I want to be able to control my feeling, but I also want to be able to replace my thoughts with something that is truly going to manifest and my dream reality, truly going to quantum leap me. But what are those thoughts need to be? Slowly, the answers came as the morning progressed, and I woke up and I meditated on it. I prayed on it, everything. And I even, talked to ChatGPT. I don't know if you guys use ChatGPT often, but I literally use it for everything. And I will go in and I will ask Chat, embody a psychologist, somebody that's spiritual, somebody that's like enlightened, da da da. I will ask it to like embody basically my higher self. So when I'm asking it questions, it can actually truly help me as a neuroscience. Like literally, I'll put in there, this is all the information that you need to be to know to help me get to my goals. Anyway, so I also did that, and answers started to come to me, and it was such an aha moment. So hence why I wanted to talk to you guys about it today and just share the knowledge and keep it going. Guys, your higher self, she isn't somebody that never has negative thoughts, because that's something that I was thinking was, do people that are, in the place that I want to be, do they just never think negatively? And how is that possible? And that's not the case. Your higher self does occasionally have negative thoughts, but instead of being stuck to them like glue and holding on to them, your higher self more so, she just lets them pass. She sees them when they come and she lets them go, like a passing cloud of recognizing, I see you, but you don't need to stay here. Or, when you're on the radio and you're changing the station and you get to a station that's super staticky, you just change the station to something else. You don't sit on that station and dwell in that station and absorb that and like hold it. I need to listen to this. No, you recognize, I don't want to listen to that. I want to listen to my music. So I'm just going to I'm just going to change my station to a station that's actually playing my song. Her default mode, her home for her mindset, for where her mind settles to majority of the time, is that of a place of gratitude, is that of a place of abundance, of appreciation. Because whatever you appreciate, whatever you focus on is going to appreciate and value. Whatever you have gratitude for is going to grow more. Whatever you focus on is you're going to receive more of it. So her home default is places of appreciation and gratitude and abundance, and something that would be quote unquote more positive on how blessed she is for the life that she has, how blessed she is to have all of these little things. the creations that she gets to create next. What are the ideas that are being brought to life? And the fact that everything is always working out for her. Good things are always happening to her, and she recognizes them often. And if a negative thought comes, she just lets it pass. She just lets it keep going. That's not where her home is. That's not her default. She can let it keep going. But not only that, the past, your history, the stories that you used to tell yourself, the things that you've been through, those are also no longer emotionally charged. And I thought that this was quite powerful because I know for myself, I'll bring up past memories and your emotion is still attached to those memories. So when you're replaying it in your head, good or bad, you will literally feel the feelings that you had in that memory from years ago, months ago, days ago, whatever it may be. Your higher self no longer has the emotional charge attached to those memories. So you can bring up a memory, but you don't have to feel everything that you once felt, especially if it was something that's negative. She's able to separate the two because when we start replaying things in our head, when we start replaying an argument and thinking all of the things that we should have said, you can feel it in your body that you start to get frustrated again. You get frustrated as if you're in that argument, but you also get annoyed and frustrated on the things that you didn't say. Oh, why couldn't I have just said this? It would have been so much better, would have helped so much more, this and that. Or something sad happened to you and you're like milking in it, dwelling in it. Next thing you know, you're playing sad music and you're glooming around the house and all of this. Your higher self doesn't have that anymore. And she doesn't rehearse the worst case scenario. If something is about to come up, a new situation, a new plan, a new event that she's never done before, it's no longer the worst case scenario that she's preparing for. It's the best case scenario. It's no longer the what if this doesn't happen or what if this doesn't go through. It is going to go through, and I'm going to embody and I'm going to think about the amazing things that are going to happen when it comes through. There's no more judgment. There's no more victim mentality. When something goes wrong in your life or somebody is mean to you, it's not a boo-hoo, woe me, life sucks, like I'm always getting attacked. People always treat me poorly, like, ugh, people don't like me, whatever the thoughts it is that you're telling yourself that is a victim mentality. Your higher self doesn't have that. Your higher self goes back to everything as a reflection. What is this trying to teach me? What is this trigger trying to tell me? What part of my shadow self do I need to bring to light? Because yeah, this person might be annoying the bloody hell out of me. They drive me absolutely fucking crazy, but that's triggering a part in my shadow self that I need to heal. So what is this trying to teach me? What is trying to come to light? Yeah, I'm super angry right now, but why am I angry? What can I learn from these situations? Those are the thoughts from your higher self. It's no longer victim mentality and blaming other people for why you feel the way that you feel. Your higher self recognizes that the feelings are your own choice. You decide to feel that way, but they're indicators of things that you can learn. And she looks at them that way. She doesn't look at them as anything bad. She looks at them as lessons. Okay? Something else that your higher self does is she speaks as if it is already done. She doesn't speak as if it's something way in the future that's unattainable, that can't happen, or, when I get this thing, I hope I get this thing, I'm excited to one day get or to one day have. Those are all future things. She switches the vocabulary to I already have this. I always land on my feet. I always get what I want. My kids are thriving. My family is thriving. Money always works out for me. She speaks as if they are current, as if they are set in stone today, that it is guaranteed for her to happen. There is no more what ifs and wins and I hopes. No, 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 no. She knows that they're already here. And the last thing that she does is she has a lot more calmness in her mind, not as much chit chat, which this is something that resonated with me a lot because I'm somebody that I have a lot of thoughts. My brain, I feel like, is always going. Like, I've always been told I'm quite fast paced in what I do, but my mind is also quite fast paced. But she has a lot more calmness in her mind. It doesn't wander to all of these places as often, though it does eventually wander at some point. But there's quietness, and that quietness and calmness allows you to be fully present. And we talked about this in the last episode, is fully present, and there's so much power in the now, especially as a mom. I feel like we can have 1,000 things in our brain that need to get done. We have this list, and when we're trying to be engaged in the moment with our kids, we're not, because we're thinking of all the things that need to get done, and we can feel like our kids are in the way of this list that we've created, that we've decided is a high priority. And let's be honest, a lot of the times it doesn't need to get done, but we've created this list and we're not getting it done, so we're stressed and we're thinking about it, so we're not in present with our kids. But our kids are triggering us a little bit more because they're striving for our attention, they're wanting our attention, but our attention is elsewhere. And this is where the higher self comes in, of instead of being annoyed at your kids because you have this list to get done, she recognizes, my children are triggering me because I am in a rush and I don't need to be in a rush right now. I need to just be in this moment. And the moment you switch into the present and you calm your mind and you let go of these tasks that you somehow need to be done in this moment, which they never do, it's almost like your kids stop annoying you as much, or they stop poking your buttons as much. The tantrums go down. I don't know if any other moms have dealt with this or felt this, but please let me know in the comments. But I notice it with myself. If I'm in a rush, in a hurry, and ecstatic, my son is also like that, and it makes me worse. But the moment I snap back into reality and into this present moment, the calmness comes over both of us. It's so crazy. They feel your energy, and just as much as you're here to help teach them, they are here to help teach you. Your mind of your higher self, your godlike self, is that of a calm ocean of just the waves coming and going. It's peaceful. It's not a busy highway. And too many of us are in our brains sitting at a busy highway. It's stressful. There's chaos, and our whole body feels it. And we need to let that go. And we can let it go and go sit at the ocean and watch the waves and have the breeze and just be calm. So you can train your brain, you can rewire your brain, the neuroscience, all of these pathways that you've created. Yes, you've walked on the same path in your mind 100 times, a million times at this point, but you can start to create new paths in your brain of switching the things that you think to a more appreciative and more gratitude and more love. And soon those pathways will become natural. Those pathways will become the default. And that is how you achieve your highest self, which you will always be achieving to be your highest self, because there's always going to be more of you to learn, more of you that can grow, more of you that can show up in your shadow self that you need to work on. But the next time these feelings start to pop up in your head, or these thoughts, ask yourself, what would my higher self think? What would my godlike self think? Is this a thought that she would keep, or would she redirect? And if you're having a hard time redirecting your thoughts, seriously, just ask for help. The same way that people pray, literally just say, oh, higher self, please help me get rid of this thought. I don't want it no more. And it goes away. It sounds crazy, but it truly does, because she's always there. She's always listening. She's there to help you. She's like, okay, you tell her what to do, she'll do it. She'll help you remove that thought. Say, please fill it with something better. Help me. Please help me think of something that is more aligned with my visions, more aligned with my goals, more aligned with my highest self. She always does. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and make sure you like and subscribe so that you never miss another one. If you want more help rewiring your subconscious, I have a lot of affirmation videos that you can just play in the background to rewire your subconscious, and go check those ones out, and I'll see you in the next episode.